Hey guys, today I'm just wanting to read a little bit out of Matthew 13, the parable of the sower. And I want you to think about it. Does this sound like people in America today? Some of these. And I want you to really examine your heart and see, are you at risk of being one of the seeds or one of the grounds that was not the good soil? Because there were several different types of soil. But really, we really want to make sure that we're not the bad soil, or the shallow soil or whatever. Okay. So on the same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the sea, and great multitudes were gathered together to him, so that he got into a boat and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. Then he spoke many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them. Some fell on stony places, where they did not have much earth, and they immediately sprang up because they had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up and choked them. But others fell on good ground and yielded a crop, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears to hear, let them hear. Now the next one is the purpose of the parable, so let's go ahead and read that real quick. And the disciples came and said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? He answered and said to them, Because it has been given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. For whoever has, to him more will be given, and he will have abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, which says, Hearing, oh, there's the air conditioner. Sorry, y'all. Hope you can still hear. Hearing you will hear and shall not understand, and seeing you will see and not perceive. For the hearts of this people have grown dull. Their ears are hard of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, lest they should understand with their hearts and turn, so that I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For assuredly I say to you that many prophets and righteous men desired to see what you see, and did not see it, and to hear what you hear, and did not hear it. And now this is the parable of the sower explained. This is in the Bible. These aren't my words. Okay. Therefore, hear the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, then the wicked one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. And these are the people who just turn right away from God. These are the ones that you try to talk to them maybe in a Facebook chat, and you mention God, and they just like, I've experienced that a lot lately, y'all. Bless their hearts. But anyway, that would be those people. This is he who has received seed by the wayside. Those people. Okay. But he who received the seed on stony places, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, immediately he stumbles. Okay? So these are the ones where they're the good Christian, but when hard times come, you see them lose their religion. You see them giving up, blaming God, turning against God or turning away from God, because they don't understand. They don't have the root. They don't have the word. They think that God is just supposed to make them happy and everything be perfect. And when that doesn't happen, they abandon their faith. And the next one, now he who receives seed among the thorns is he who hears the word, but the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word. So these are the ones that, you hear the word, but you're living in the world. You're conforming to the world. You care more about money, how you look, you want to have a good time instead of doing right for others. You want to think about yourself instead of doing for others. And then the last, now he who received seed among the thorns is he, who hears the word and the cares of this world, the deceit, riches, and choke the word. Okay, and he becomes unfruitful. That's that person. But he who received the seed on good ground is he who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and produces some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He's the one who hears the word and it roots in him and he stays in the word. And you see fruit because he is meditating on the word. He is following scripture. He is being obedient, and he is producing fruit. So, this is just kind of what stood out to me today as I was reading through some scripture. And, I always wanted to understand better the parable of the sower, and it actually is explained right in the Bible. So, my biggest concern as this world gets crazier and crazier is that we are being deceived, and people who believe that they are saved and believe that they follow Christ are going to get to the pearly gates, and Jesus is going to say, away with you, or whatever, because I never knew you. And that's a terrifying thought for anybody. And I know the gate is narrow and there are going to be few people who make it through. But, our jobs as Christians is to try to encourage and help as many people get through that gate as possible. And so, on that note, just please examine your heart. And if there is anything that could even make you question your, what kind of seed you are, how quick are you to blame God or turn away from God, and I hope that that's not something that you struggle with, but one of you who are watching this, it may be. And so I just want to encourage you. It doesn't have to be, dive deeper into the word and get rooted in the word. And on that note, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.